Welcome to May 21st, 2021 back testing for GBP USD. So let's get right into it and dissect price action. Now, I did all the due diligence and simply identify what are the consumption levels, which is over previous daily low or previous daily high, and we know that this is simply pending orders or levels containing pending orders for banks, right? Hence, we can use this for simply taking reversals or TP levels. Now, likewise, I dropped down to H8. I highlighted my premium levels, right? I scroll extremely, well, I scroll to my extreme left, I should say. I highlighted my premium level, followed by any demand level that I redeemed as premium as well. So I have this premium level, which was created during London session. And I also have an inefficiency that I'm expecting price to fill. Now it's time to read price action like a book. Well, prior to that, let's drop down to H3 to make sure that we haven't missed any detail on the chart, whether those are our premium levels or any other inefficiencies that are redeemed as necessary. And indeed, we missed one. So let's highlight this H3 inefficiency right there. So perfect. Those are all the other consumption levels that are redeemed necessary for my analysis. I do not like when my chart is too crowded with 10 million lines. So I try to keep it as simple as possible while still having all the data that is necessary. Now, first thing first, I want to go to the daily time frame and we want to read price action like a book. We want to understand what direction price or what direction banks are pushing price in. From a daily time frame standpoint, of course, we're bullish. We saw that or we see that we have a daily bullish quasi-model. Demand exceeded supply. We broke above macro structure, and we had a take profit event followed by another rally taking us higher. However, we're now at major supply, right? We're now in seller's territory. So even though I know that the daily time frame is bullish, immediately I started thinking about reversals and I started thinking about my sells. Now I want to drop down to H8, simply read price action like a book and try our best to understand what's the correlation between the H8 and the daily. Now, with that being said, if the daily is bullish, we want to know if the H8 is giving us a continuation or a retracement within the daily. That's it. So the daily is bullish. If H8 is also bullish, that is a continuation. If the daily is bullish and the H8 is, well, H8 is selling, that's a retracement. That is very important from a raw price action standpoint to actually understand what leg of structure you are in, because we're going to buy and we're going to sell at the same time. Now, of course, H8 is bullish, reading price action for the past 3 to 5 days. We had a left ahead and a right shoulder for Quasimodo. Demand exceeded supply. We broke above market structure. We had a take profit event, retesting the right shoulder of our Quasimodo. Then we went higher. Now we're in supply territory. Likewise, drop down to H4, read price action for the past 3 to 5 days to actually understand what banks were doing or what they are doing or what they are looking to do, right? Once more, we have a left ahead, demand exceeded supply. We broke above that market structure. We had a slight take profit event followed by another rally based rally taking us higher. Now, this impulse broke above the previous high. Then we had that immediate take profit event. Well, this occurred for 2 days. Then we had that continuation higher once price retested our rally base rally. With that continuation higher, again we have a left ahead and a potential right, which is now taking us to premium. So the H4 is indeed bullish. However, even though H4, H8, that the daily are all bullish, we are in supply. We are in supply, right? So are you gonna buy in supply? No, you're gonna sell out of supply. So drop down to H3 now, and this is simply us getting more definition. We want to do the same. We simply read price action for the past 5 sessions or 3 to 5 sessions to actually understand what banks were doing, what they are currently doing, and what they are looking to do in the future. Now it's time to drop down to a lower time frame, right? This is where we get into any move, anywhere, anytime, at any period, no matter where. So with this, you simply want to read price action for the past 24 hours. And with that being said, is well, usually I get to my desk at like let's say 5:50 after doing my morning ritual, meditating, praying, so on and so forth. And with that, it's now 5. Let's drop down on lower time frame to see. Perfect, 5:45. That's perfect. Now, reading price action. Coming out of Asian session, well, 2 days prior, price created left ahead, demand exceeded supply. We broke above microstructure, then we retested the head. Then what? We had a continuation higher through to pre-NY. We had a take profit event in NY reversal, then we went higher. Now, Asian session came in with that take profit event. We feel inefficiency, at least to the 50% threshold. I know for sure. Let's see. Yeah, I know. Maybe not. Oh, yes, indeed, it is. So we feel inefficiency to the 50% threshold during Frankfurt, and then what? We rallied higher. Now we're bullish. We are interacting with supply. I'm definitely expecting price to break above these levels and potentially grab liquidity from our premium level. So again, H1 is currently bullish. Drop to M30, read price action like a book to simply get more definition. And the same thing repeats itself. We see that we have a left ahead, a right shoulder, we had a retest of our right, then we had that impulse higher where price broke above inefficiency. Once price broke above that level, we create a rally based rally during NYSC, then we rallied higher and we broke above our previous highs. Now, again, as I stated, this is simply, well, lower time frame is simply giving us more definition. But if you understand from like a H1 and a H8 perspective, then you're perfectly fine. But just use whatever time frame you need to use to get that definition. Price knows no time, none whatsoever. So we know that again, M30 is bullish. Drop to M15, repeat the same procedure. Read price action like a book for the past 24 hours. What were banks doing? All right. Pre-NY bought, NYC took profit. In a reversal gave us a continuation. Then Asian came in with that take profit event, followed by a continuation into Frankfurt. Frankfurt took profit from the initial buy, giving London banks a chance to buy at a cheaper price point. Institutional collaboration, not a coincidence. Is not. So immediately, let's drop down to our M1 time frame so that we can now get into this move, knowing that we are bullish. So it is now 5. Perfect. I usually get to my desk, as I said, like 5:50. Analyze at least 5 minutes prior, then I'm ready to get in. Now immediately, the first thing that I saw was the fact that we broke up our microstructure, right? And with that, I simply want to extend my algo from swing high to swing low to swing high, I should say. I see that price gave us or quasi highlight my level. And now I'm simply waiting for a retest of this demand level. As simple as that. It's that simple. Simply wait for a retest of the demand level. If price retest and respect, well, nice entry. If not, then you simply didn't get this move. Now, of course, price retested our level. We threw to a shot. Personally, I would have gone in with a 5 pip stop loss, even though I could have simply used a 3. But the reason why I said a 5, what I perceive as a retest and respect could simply be as a slight retest while price is looking to trade lower. So I would personally rather use my current pip stop loss to get in the move. Then afterwards, I adjust my stop as price trades higher. So I'm in the move, right? Demand is exceeding supply. I'm waiting. Well, we got that micro BOS. We're now interacting with premium. Of course, several OBs are being created and respected and continuously taking us higher. I'm in my buy, no harm, no fall. I am patiently working with price action as we have several rally-based rallies being created and respected. Now, if price throw me a M1 bullish quasi, well, of course, I'm in that move. without any form of doubt. In this case, we impulse above premium, then we retested our M1 OB. Let's see if we could have got 15. Yep, 15 pips. Let's shoot our shot right here from this creation, retest. Shoot our shot, at least 15 pips, 4 pips stop. It might work, it might not work. Well, we just want to know that money is being made. That's it, right? Use the proper risk management, so on and so forth. Now we're at this level. Immediately, I saw that we got a micro break of structure. That was the first thing that stood out to me. Then we have a left, we have a head, we have a right shoulder. That's a full auto float switch. If I extend my algo from swing high to swing low, price retest and respect my level. I got 18 plus pips. Of course, I would have secured a 1 to 3 without a doubt, whether by partial in, whatever it is, Roma stopping profit, whatever it is. Now, if I simply look to my left, and as I said, we are in supply territory. So I am anticipating that reversal. All right, let's see what exactly it is. So we are 8.2 pips from our premium level. Perfect. We are less than 10 pips away. So we can take a reversal from this level if deemed necessary. So with that, I have a full auto flow switch from supply. I simply want to roll my stop in, well, I simply want to TP on my buys. Let's say let's play honest. Let's say I took profit at 5 pips. Let's just say. All right, I just close out this trade being the fact that I am now going to take a reversal. So I take this reversal, I shoot my shot. As I said, ooh, look at this. 2 pip stop loss. I don't even, yeah, let's say 2. I'm not trying to overdo it. 2 pip stop loss. I'm not expecting price to fail inefficiency without a doubt. So I'm shooting my shot for, let's do 90 pips. H8 inefficiency. That's what I'm shooting for. We're in supply of the supply, so there's no doubt that price is going to melt. So now I'm in that trade again. I'm just simply waiting for more sell opportunities as our order flow switched bearish. We have a drop based drop price retested the level immediately. Well, not immediately, but maybe like 5-6 minutes afterwards. We have a left, we have a head. Now we can potentially get a right shoulder. With that, I extend my algo from swing high to swing low. Price did not retest the algo level. However, this was more so a raw intuition type trade, while knowing that we have heavy bearish momentum, heavy bearish volume. I simply showed my shot. Let's use a 3 pip stop loss to be completely fair. And again, I'm showing for the same TP level for all my trades. I know that price is going to potentially fail inefficiency without a doubt, right? And even though I'm shooting for 90 plus pip, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to get 90 pip full volume. I'm going to use some form of risk management thematics, whether I'm going to partial my trade, I'm going to roll my stop in profit, whatever it is, right? No, the key for me for this sell, like to confirm the sell, was the fact that we broke below pre-NY low. That was my key. That was a key for me. We broke below pre-NY low. All right. Now I'm patiently waiting for a retest of my supply level once more. I see that drop base dropped. If that's the correct sentence, verb tense, whatever it is. I see that we have a drop base drop. I was created. I was instantly retested. I did not shoot my shot from the straight. Instead, I'm just waiting patiently as supply is exceeding demand, right? No, look at that. Look at that. We're getting that take profit event. I simply extend my algo from swing high to swing low. Now I wait for a retest of the OB which aligns with my algo level. Thankfully, I did not get into the sell. Instead, I was waiting patiently. Once price retested the level, price threw a left, a head, and a right shoulder. This bullish quasi-model, this order flow switch. Yes, we have a left, we have a head, we have a right shoulder, we have order consumption taking us up. Price broke above microstructure. Yes, I agree. That's a bullish order flow switch. However, that is against volume, that is against momentum. There is no reason whatsoever for me to trade against volume and against momentum. Like, come on, you don't swim against the waves, you swim with the waves, right? So I shoot my shot. Let's be completely honest with this stop loss because they can get really small. 1.9, so 2.5 accounting for spread would be perfect. All right, perfect. So now we're in that cell once more, right? I'm kind of waiting for supply to exceed demand, which it did. We broke below another microstructure. Let's not clean up our chart. We broke below another microstructure and we're now approaching the previous daily low as I am waiting patiently. As I said, as price is melting, secure the profits. Whether you partial, you put your stop in profit, whatever you gotta do, secure that profit. We're not interacting with previous daily low, right? We're interacting with previous daily low. So I know that this level contains pending orders. So I'm simply waiting for some form of take profit event. Then I get in on more cells. We're now approaching NYSE, which is even better. If pre-NY bank sold out from a high price point, 9 out of 10, they're gonna take profit prior to NYSE so that they can give NYSE banks a chance to sell from a higher price point as well. With that being said, we have a take profit event, which is clearly shown by our compression. 9 out of 10, whatever direction price compression is going to impulse into the opposite direction once the compression is finished. Textbook, textbook, right? We extended our algo from swing high to swing low. Price retested our level. Let's see if some form of inefficiency. Yep, M5 inefficiency got filled. Well, I do inefficiency. Up to M1. From inefficiency, we see that we have a left, we have a head, supply exceeded demand, we broke below microstructure, and we have a right shoulder. Again, we shoot our shot from that right shoulder. Textbook move, textbook. And we have the same TP again, the same TP, nothing changes, the same TP. Now, as we're in this trade, we do not need a 5-pip stop, of course. 3 point, let's go 4. 4 would be great. Now we're in our trade, supply is exceeding demand. We broke below a microstructure. And again, I'm just waiting for more entries. I'm just waiting for more and more and more as supply is continuously exceeding demand. And if you did not get in that first sell, now is the opportunity. Where we broke below microstructure, you simply extend your algo from swing high to swing low. Then you wait for a retest of our supply level. And the key to your hinge will either be a quasi or a clean rejection or engulfing, whichever one works for you. We see that price filled M1 inefficiency. Let's do the M2. Let's do M3. You have to search for that detail. Like nothing is. You just gotta search. Like price knows no time. You gotta be on literally every time from searching for that detail. And we see that M3 inefficiency got filled. With that, there's a left. Here's a head. There's a right. Then we're gonna retest off our head. Price gave us those equal eyes. Then, of course, we shoot our shot. Use the correct stop loss. Say 1 to 8. We're still shooting for 8 shade inefficiency. 5-pip stop loss. We're good. And just like that, we're in that trade. Let's clean up our chart a bit. As you know, I like to keep my chart as clean as possible. Too much noise is not good. Now look at supply is continuously exceeded demand before I even got a chance to say anything. So we broke below microstructure indeed. Right. And as I said, we had a compression, 9 out of 10, whatever direction price compressed in, what's gonna happen? It's gonna impulse into the opposite direction. Come on. Textbook. Now we're at premium, another other consumption level. We are expecting a take profit event from. Instead, he got a sideways movement, which is a form of take profit event. I was expecting at least a retest of this OB, but price did not retest that level. Instead, let's see what do we feel. I know it's HM5 inefficiency. Well, I knew it was inefficiency, but not what time frame. Let me rephrase. I'm not a guru or a whiz. I just work with whatever price action is giving me. So we fill M5 inefficiency. With that, we have a left, we have a head, supply exceeded demand. We create our right. Then we broke below microstructure. We broke below microstructure. Once we broke below microstructure, look what we did. We simply retested the head of our quasi, creating equalize. Once our equalize got created, price retested the level. Nice entry at 1032. Nice engulfing. Shoot our shot once more. Yes, I just saw a TP. 32 pips, not bad. We only need a 2.5 pip stop. You didn't even need a 2.5, maybe like a 2 may be good, but let's just be generous. So again, supply is exceeding demand. We broke below microstructure once more. And at this time, we're just, at this point, we're just loading the bug, like we're just going crazy. So let's watch our supply is exceeding demand. Again, we're getting a retest of our level. Another entry. No. It's 11. I'm out by now. I'm drained. I'm done by now. So yeah, I'm just waiting for price to interact with premium at this point. If I got stopped out, I wouldn't have got stopped out. I'm just waiting patiently for price to interact with, well, not premium, but I'm just waiting for price to fill our inefficiency, which it did. So TP got hit to the T on all our trades. So the initial move was 9 pips. Let's do the math. All right. Let's do the math. Let me get this calculator. So 15 and 5, that's 20. And 90, that's 110. All right. So 79 and 73. Oh, shit. 79 plus 73. 61 plus 53. 61 plus 53. Damn, that's crazy. Plus 32. 408 pips was secured. 408 pips was secured from a move that was only 90 pips. Like, good play now. This is. Thank you for watching, and I'm out. This is crazy. Like, I'm out.